team, already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Indiana's offense will get the football first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Caught close to the marker, it's Cooper. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Quick completion to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And the Hoosiers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. He'll do it himself. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
The Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Fires to the big fella. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Using his legs, Echembi. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you can do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The run from the shotgun. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oregon's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Garcia. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
The Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hughes. He stopped almost immediately. Didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Garcia. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it after 14.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
And the Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Moore will throw. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And after the three-spot guys, we're all tied up.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting three on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Hauls it in. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Mendoza. Going over the top. Makes the catch on the left. Hits the crease. Past the 10. Touchdown, Indiana! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The give to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
The Hoosiers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. A quick pass to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Moore to the air. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going up top. And he's got it inside the 35. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn.
Wide open spaces. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the zone. Moore will throw. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
And the field goal unit is on the field. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The run to the left. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense is really...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Moore to the air. The screen, and watch out. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down to try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely center cut. That brings them to within one.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Oh, a lot of space. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Give to the running back. Shakes off the defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, my gosh. How do you drop that throw? My guy is wide open. That had 6 written all over it.
The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Moore will throw. Makes the grab on the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Man, you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And the Ducks will keep this drive going.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes the grab. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Man, he really wanted that first down, but you've got to understand, it's 4th down now. Got to get the first down, less than 60 seconds, so got to be fast and get the first down.
So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Right down the boulevard. It's good. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Finds a tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.